The sun is scorching the earth with intense heat, and this is just the beginning, Michael Snyder reports. It's always hot in the summer, but this summer is unlike anything we've ever seen before. Too many. The summer of 2023 kind of feels like someone has thrown our planet into an extremely hot oven and won't let us out. Record high temperatures after record high temperature is being set all over the globe, and experts are scrambling to explain what is happening to us. But it is not actually a mystery. When the sun becomes more active, temperatures tend to rise, and it's being reported that the number of sunspots that are currently being produced exceeds anything that we witnessed during the last solar cycle. The current solar cycle, known as Solar Cycle 25, has been full of activity, more so than expected. Scientists at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, Space Weather Prediction Center in Boulder, Colorado, have already tracked more sunspots than those counted at the peak of the previous cycle. In addition, we've seen some very alarming solar storms in recent weeks. The increased activity has also included strong solar flares and coronal mass ejections, or large clouds of ionized gas called plasma, and magnetic fields that erupt from the sun's outer atmosphere. The solar storms generated by the sun can affect electric power grids, GPS and aviation, and satellites in low Earth orbit. These events also cause radio blackouts and even pose risks for crewed space missions. The bottom line is that the giant ball of fire that we revolve around is starting to go kind of nuts, our sun that is. When the sun becomes restless, we tend to see more seismic activity as well. So it wasn't much of a surprise that there was a large earthquake in Alaska on Saturday after the volcanic eruption there of the Aleutian Islands. A powerful 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck near the Alaska Peninsula late Saturday. Preliminary data placed the quake about 55 miles southwest of Sand Point, Alaska, the National Weather Service said. It had initially been measured at a magnitude 7.4, the United States Geological Survey said on Twitter. It struck at about 10:48 p.m. local time. In Kodiak, Alaska, sirens sounded late at night, according to a video posted on social media. And as I've discussed in several recent articles, increased solar activity also usually means higher temperatures. Needless to say, the temperatures have been very high over the past week. On Saturday, Phoenix experienced its third consecutive record high temperature. Phoenix recorded its third consecutive record high temperature on Saturday as the thermometer soared to 118 degrees Fahrenheit, beating out the previous record for the date of 117 set in 1998. Although the city, dubbed the Valley of the Sun, is accustomed to extreme conditions during the summertime, temperatures so far this month have been particularly stifling. The city is on track to break the record of consecutive days with a high temperature at or above 110. The current record was set back in 1984 and spanned 18 days from June 12 to 29. As of July 15, Phoenix had recorded 16 consecutive days of high temperatures at or above 110. For nearly a week, low temperatures have not dipped below 90. 118 degrees is hot. If the high temperature is above 110 degrees in Phoenix, once again on Monday, it will be the 18th day in a row. It will tie the all-time record. And we could potentially see the record get broken on Tuesday. Over in Scottsdale, authorities have actually decided to ban natural grass in front of new single-family homes in a desperate attempt to save precious water. As drought-stricken Arizona bakes in searing heat, the Scottsdale City Council unanimously agreed this week to ban natural grass in front of single-family homes in an effort to conserve water. The new ordinance will apply to new houses constructed or permitted after August 15. That is crazy. But that is how extreme things have now become in the hottest areas of Arizona. Unfortunately, a lot more heat is in the forecast. During the week ahead of us, we could see brand new records being set from New Mexico to Louisiana. The dome of high pressure will shift eastward across the nation's southern tier through the middle part of the week, and that means many other parts of the south will see increasingly hot temperatures. Daily records from Tuesday are on most likely from New Mexico to Louisiana and also in Florida, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lubbock, San Antonio, Austin and Lardo, Texas, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Tampa, Florida could all hit daily record highs. Of course, the U.S. is not the only one that's getting absolutely scorched. Conditions have been so hot in Athens in Greece that Greek officials actually decided to close the Acropolis. Scorching temperatures across Europe forced the closure of the Acropolis in Athens for a second day, as officials warned Saturday of even hotter weather next week, when the mercury is forecast to top 40 degrees Celsius, that's 104 degrees Fahrenheit, in several popular Mediterranean tourist destinations. In cities, those venturing out at all drenched themselves in fountains, while others sought out pools, the sea, or shade in hopes of relief from the heat wave caused by Cerberus. The high-pressure anticyclone coming from the south was named after the three-headed dog in ancient Greek mythology who guarded the gates to the underworld. The weather has been crazy over in Asia too. In Beijing, the temperature has only gotten over 40 degrees Celsius 11 times, and 5 of them happened just last month. Since 1951, Beijing has seen temperatures rise above 40 degrees Celsius, that's 104 degrees Fahrenheit, on 11 days, and 5 of them occurred over the past 2 weeks. The city of 22 million has already seen a new record for its hottest day in June, with a high of 41.1 degrees Celsius, that's 106 degrees Fahrenheit, registered on June 22nd. China has been gripped by scorching heat waves for weeks, which authorities said had arrived earlier and been more widespread and extreme than in previous years. The good news is that we only have a few more months of really hot weather. The bad news is that our sun is going to continue to become more erratic, and so there will be a lot more extreme weather during the wild years ahead. Of course, all of the crazy weather has been happening all over the world is not good for food production. Crops are struggling all over the planet, and global food supplies just keep getting tighter and tighter. For much more on this, you can see the article I just posted entitled "Store Food While You Still Can," because 2.4 billion people already do not have enough food to eat as this new global famine accelerates. And trying to ignore what's happening will not make it go away. We really are living in apocalyptic times, and what we have been through so far is just the beginning. And this is by Michael Snyder. It says about the author, "My name is Michael. My brand new book entitled End Times is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written 6 other books that are available on Amazon, including 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters, Commissions Earned." When you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing. And one way that you can really help is by sending copies as gifts to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I've also started a brand new Substack newsletter, and I encourage you to subscribe so you won't miss any of the latest updates. I've published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the Most Important News. And the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is definitely a great help. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life." If you haven't already done so, I strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. And this is on End of the American Dream by Michael Snyder. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.